Good afternoon, everyone. Civil rights activist Essie Berry. I'm doing this video, a special, pretty much because a young lady by the name of Dawn reached out to me. I do have a lot of family in Chicago. I've heard about what's going on with the young lady, Miss Jenkins, and I think it's horrible. I think it's very disgusting how they posted everything on the internet. I think it's disgusting that we choose to go against our own race and set up each other to kill each other and stuff. It makes no sense. But Miss Dawn asked me if I was going to be looking into the case, what would I be looking for? When I go into a case, you already know the other side's going to be trying to present themselves to be innocent. Depending on whose side I'm on, that's what I look for. But in any case, I look for all the dirt. I look for negativity. I look for lies. I look for contradictions. I look for things that are not of the ordinary eye that people would not look at. So I would use book sense and street sense. Okay. The party was done at Crown Plaza Hotel Conference Center, um, and that's in Rosemont, Illinois. There was a video posted, and it's on my page right now on Facebook under SCA Berry. I found the videos linked with this other young lady, Motifa, to show where the party began, and then shows her afterwards taping. So in the transition of that, like I saw one guy, he was trying to shut all the noise down in the background so you could actually hear what was being said. Okay, in this video, there's a couple of main people that keep continuing to jump in front of the camera. Who are those two people? When the room is going around, when the young lady is talking by herself, in her glasses, I saw a guy with a red jacket on. This same red jacket is in a video that she displayed on her page, and she's dancing, like mimicking the song with this guy. Pay attention to the red jacket on the video. I should have shared that one as well, but if you go back and find her page, you'll see that video and them doing a little video with the red jacket. And I just happened to see that, and to me, that was a coincidence. Maybe it's not the same jacket, but it could be. Also, when that camera was rolling around, I couldn't quite stop it, but I seen two more guys. There was a guy on the bed in a white t-shirt, and there was some slender guy to the left. When the girl is talking, you'll see him kind of peek his head in a little bit. He's light skinned with a appear to be like look like a little light mustache. Um, A red flag to me was that the police, before doing an investigation, already had said and analyzed that this girl had committed suicide, not on an autopsy, not on an observation of what they just wanted to say, because it was just another little black girl, a black child that's dead. The girl Mohifa, Tifa, whatever her name is. I noticed on her Facebook page, go back, you guys, pay attention. Something may not stick out. This is what I'm telling you, Dawn. She was with dealing with a lot of guys. There's several, so many men on her page. Is any of these men police officers? Are they connected in any kind of way? Is any police officer from PhD connected to what happened with this party and what went on? And I didn't mean to say PhD. I'm sorry, PCD, Chicago PD. Um, so how is that connected? The room number that they were in was 926. Also, when the video was displayed and you saw the kids partying, on the video that I pulled that is on my page, it showed them partying, but this particular person who put the video up, they explained what was going on. And then you could see Miss Jenkins standing in a blue jean outfit. Time frame of that. At the time frame of that, it shows no time frame on the Instagram, nor does it show anything that I could clearly see. But what drew a red flag, Miss Dawn, to me was the knock on the door, and the manager came to the door. The manager of the hotel came to the door because the kids were so loud, and they had just got doing this little rant and jumping with some music that they had to come and tell them to cut the music down. What time did that manager knock on that door, and who was that manager? So I'm giving you some points, Miss Don. If you want to come back with me, then we can do that as well. Another thing, peeping out scenario, asking for myself, there was 47 cameras in that building. Out of 47 cameras, I want to know how many was working and how many was not working. That is very important. The people of the courthouse, of the hotel of Crown Plaza, there was 12 people interviewed. Okay, 8 of the people that were interviewed was at that party that they gathered together. Not sure if they're men or women, but there was 8 that was questioned. But there was a total of 12 people interviewed in all. 4 of the people that was supposed to be interviewed, 4 others, they were working the night of this situation when it went on. So who were those 4 employees? Next red flag I saw is when they said she was drunk, and then I could hear in the background when the police said she was drunk. But she continually said that she didn't want anything else to drink, and she was not drunk. I heard it several times. That was clear enough to hear that she said she was not drunk. Also, even though she had obtained liquor, when you see the page, see her picture and the video on my page on Facebook under SEA Berry, you will see her standing there. A lot of times when you're drunk or you done had liquor, you get disorientated. You have a slight blurry vision. Your balance is not the same. You're off. So to be in a frame of mind and they wanted to say she was drunk, that's where they messed up at. Because I've been there when I was younger. And when you're drunk, you have no sense of pretty much who you are because you're high to the point and drunk that you really can't see anything, you can't think, and you be like, so it's like that. Also, if they was in room 922, that means they either had to take her down some stairs or some kind of exit, or they had to take her down in the elevator and no one knew because the floor and the room number was 926. I'm sorry. So if the room number was 926 and they found her downstairs in the freezer, how did she get from the ninth floor, room 926, down to the freezer? Now here we go. So now she got off the elevator. She would have had to be detoured or led to a facility or somewhere in that hotel. Why? Because how would she know the hotel? How would she know the direction? How would she know to go to the kitchen? Why would she walk to the kitchen? The young lady seemed confident enough what I saw on her Facebook and other things. And it clearly when she was talking in the background that she was confident enough to know right, bad, and the difference. And she knew what she was drunk or not. So she would have to know that hotel in order to get to the destination where that freezer was, they said, in the basement. So someone led her there. That's a clear fact. Not what you say is what you can prove. So I'm showing you things that I would look at in this case. Okay, another thing. They said there was a freezer door. The freezer door, I've worked as a waitress many times in a restaurant. If it's one of those big silver walk-in freezers, it has a smooth surface on the inside of it, and there's a latch on the outside. That is to protect employees so when they go in the freezer, they will not get locked in. That's why they have done it like that, so you will not get locked on the inside, because if that's the case, they would have made it so you could go both ways. And if there is a lock, particularly on this one, then that means that if there was a handle and she could pull it to get out, that means that someone still locked that door, because if there's a handle on the inside and there's a handle on the outside, then if it was shut and she shut it on her own, as they allegedly said, then she would have been able to go and push it open. But if it was a flat, smooth surface and there was no handle, so I'm telling Dawn this so you go back to the people who brought you to me, Dawn, and then we can go back and forth. If there was a smooth surface, then that means when she's walking in and say the freezer door shuts from this way, like when I'm trying to shut something that got a handle and I don't want to my hand, you go like, and you'll try to make it slam. A freezer door is not going to do that. One, because it's too heavy, and the impact when you're trying to shut it yourself. And if you're drunk, you trying to go somewhere and lay down. You are not trying to turn around and close a big heavy freezer door. So that's where I find the red flags for me, Miss Dawn. As well, red flags because of these police officers, whoever they are, whoever was obtained over the scene. I think they need to get their names. I think there need to be an investigation or just a background investigation and make sure that they don't know nobody from that hotel or any parties that were involved, because people will have a tendency of covering other people if it's their family members. Um. Oh yeah. And also, when the girl was talking on the phone, that's how I knew about the phone call and the room, because she said, yeah, 926. 926 was the room number. Okay, so she called three names. And when you listen to her talk on the phone again, you guys go back. Maybe I didn't hear the names right, but listen to the names that she called. Who are those people that she called? Were they men? Were they women? One was Bobby. The other was Switch or Snitch. And the other was Gil Smart. Listen to that. So now, people, what you're going to go back and do, if everybody's trying to get on that board and trying to find clues and help people, and Miss Dawn, you done came to me, I gave you things that I would be looking for right now in that investigation. 42 cameras, where are all 42 footages? And if there is none, why was it cut off? Who led her to the freezer? Because she would have had to know the hotel and either go to the kitchen at all. She was intelligent enough to continue saying in the background that she was not drunk. And I heard that, and you heard that too. And then other issues that I pointed out. I pray that the family be blessed. Miss Dawn, if they should need me, as you email me today, I'm just an email or a phone call away. Also, I want to bring to you guys' attention about a little 8-year-old boy. This little 8-year-old boy was in New Hampshire. He was a biracial little boy, 8 years old. August the 28th, 2017 of this year, some little white boys, supremacists, they would say, set him up. And all these little boys was under the age of 14, so they cannot be tried as an adult. I'm not sure if they're going to prosecute them as minors, but they need to go after their family members too. The little boy was 8 years old. These other boys turned around, hung this little boy with a noose by a rope, and you could see where he was hung. His little sister was standing there, seeing him being hung, screaming for his life. The little sister was 11 years old. The little boy, when he was swinging back on the rope trying to free himself, he swung at least 3 times, and that's how he was able to get himself free. Right now, he is hospitalized because of the ignorance of some little white children, because their white parents want to teach them how to be white supremacists. So since they want to teach their children how to be white supremacists, then they should be charged as well for teaching the ignorance of violence. That is not a virtue here. We are trying to make a difference all over the world, and people continue to think that they will be able to disrespect one another, and there is no repercussions. Always remember, for every action, there is a reaction. I give what is given. You always have to remember, whatever you do, you have to stand over and live by it. When people are doing these videos, don't go off on what someone else says. Go back and see what you see for yourself, because what someone else said, you can go back and analyze it, but you have missed something. Everything I just told you in this video, I didn't see it on particularly any videos, but the video that I told you about that is on my Facebook page, it shows a lot of people faces, a lot of those teenagers. It was at least approximately at least 30 to 40 teenagers in that room that night when that manager knocked on that door. So these key points to me, if you can find them out, then we'll go further. Then when you bring me something back, Miss Donna, whoever after seeing this video, then we can go further. We need to understand that Black people are not going anywhere, and we are here to stay no matter what the case may be. But we cannot continue to use violence towards each other and think that we will make a greater change for ourselves and the world as well. As the parents that stand by the children that do these disrespectful and heinous things, then they need to be held accountable as well. You cannot continue to cover your children and you have allowed these disrespectful things to go on. What has happened to this young lady, Miss Jenkins? I wanted to speak out on it because Miss Dawn said, Essie, I need your help. The letter was beautiful, Miss Dawn, that you sat. I thank you for watching my videos. I thank you for following me because a lot of people, where they think this thing was just about Mary case, this been going on way before Mary. I am here to lend my voice, my name, who I am, any kind of way I can to make a change. Remember, one voice can make a difference, one voice make a change. And Ms. Dawn, if that helped you some for what I saw, then may God bless you and take care.